What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm recording this immediately after last week's video, so this feels weird, but it's your girl Serena Marie, and today I'm sharing with you which apartment I moved into. Is this a spoiler? I'm in it now. Anyway, so let's start with I viewed some apartments in Oakland that were cute, but way too far from BART. And then walking to BART from them just wasn't the cutest situation. So as much as I liked these apartments, they were new, updated, cute, I didn't end up applying for them because they were just too far. I did end up applying to two other apartments. One being, I think in the video, I'm still looking, I'm sorry. Two other apartments. Apartment number 3 from last week's video that had like the new updated floors and the really small separate kitchen. I loved how many windows it had. It was very bright. And even though it was small, like I didn't need to be furnishing an entire apartment. So I thought I could save a little money. The smaller it was, the less furniture I would need. You know what I mean? Then I also applied for the 5th apartment that I showed in the last video, the blue one with the bay window. So I applied for that one first. Let's start there. And I never heard from them. Mind you, I had to hand over personal information in order for them to check my credit score. I had to pay an application fee. It was like a month later and I still hadn't heard from them. And I hounded them. I was like, this is not how you should be running this. Like, I want this apartment. I don't want to spend more money applying for other units, even though I did, if I was gonna get this one. So the fact that I didn't hear from them at all, I don't actually think they ever ran my credit because my bank, my credit card company tells me when my credit has been run. So yeah, I don't think they ever ran my credit. And after calling them multiple times, I was so pissed off. And I was like, is it because I'm Black? Because, not to make it a race thing, but there are thousands of apartments in San Francisco sitting empty right now. And a lot of companies are not responding to Black people who are seeking apartments in San Francisco. Like, there are articles being written about how Black people are not being treated fairly and trying to rent properties in San Francisco. And so I was immediately like, you're not gonna treat me like this. Like, I'm happy to make this as an issue if you're going to act like this. Anyway, finally they got back to me, told me they accepted multiple applications on this unit and only told the person that got it. Other places will warn you. They're like, if somebody has even requested an application for the unit, they're going to tell you because they want you to apply for it immediately. Either it's like, okay, if you submit this application before the other person does, then you're gonna get it. But also, they don't want people spending money on application fees. If it's a real legit company, you should not, like, there's no reason to have 8 people paying application fees if you know you're gonna give it to someone. Anyway, this one was a mess. Long story short, I didn't get this apartment and I ripped them a new one over it. Going back, I'm still mad, clearly. Going back to apartment 3 that I showed, was it 1, 2, 3? I did get approved for that apartment, but it's not the one I moved into. So I got approved for this tiny, tiny studio on Geary and Jones. And even though it was updated, it was cute for the price and the location, I just couldn't do it. I wasn't happy. If I had taken that apartment, I would have been settling. So I decided not to. And I stayed at my sister's house for another month. This was in December. All of this was happening in December. I stayed at my sister's house for another month when my good friend Jose, who is, I owe him so much. Anyway, he works, do I want to say the neighborhood? Anyway, he works in customer service and he has created such great bonds with the customers that he works with. So one day, one of them walked into his store and they were like, oh, we have this apartment that we want to sublet. Do you know anyone? And he was like, yes, I do. So I got an apartment in a neighborhood. Anyway, I'm just gonna say it. I'm living in San Francisco. And I just want to talk about, it blows my mind to even say that, because I never imagined, with the budget that I had, I never imagined that I would be able to live in, like, even if I was making more money, I never thought. It's just, when you talk to people in San Francisco about, they're like, that is the epitome of San Francisco. If you've seen, I posted a video, was it 2020 or 2021, about, like, I love to death. And so to be able to live here, I feel so blessed. And that's what I was saying in my last video. It took longer than I would have liked to find an apartment, but it was worth it, because this is a dream come true. Anyway, should I do the apartment tour now? Do I want to put the empty apartment tour in this video? Yes. Here is the apartment that I'm currently living in. Oh my goodness. What a blessing. I have so much to say about this apartment, but I don't have the words right now. Like, I'm still in awe. I just love it so much. So this is the apartment that I chose. This is where I'm living for this foreseeable future. I'm like never leaving. As long as they'll let me live here, I'm gonna be here, because it's perfect. So the 5 things that I had. I wanted hardwood floors, got that. I wanted it close to public transportation. The bus gets me to, like, I step outside the door and I have so many buses I can get on, and the cable car, and I have a fast pass, so the cable car comes with that. Public transportation, we got that. A separate kitchen, we have that. Not only do we have that, but this is a 1-bedroom apartment. Is it $1,500? No. It's $1,600. $1,667 to be exact. But I am now licensed and can afford that, as I've transitioned into a higher position at my job. So that is amazing. That's also a steal for this neighborhood. A 1-bedroom apartment in North Beach. A 1-bedroom apartment in San Francisco. Can we talk about it? Anyway, what else? We have the separate kitchen. We have the hardwood floors. We have close to public transportation. We have it in San Francisco. It's over budget, but it's worth it. I can't be happier. Anyway, we have move-in vlogs coming, so if you're interested, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to just make this my home. I can't wait. All right, y'all. I'll see you next Monday with a moving vlog or something. Thanks for being here. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.